All right, so we made it. Stranger Things is over. I've had a couple of days to ponder what I have seen. I've also looked at some people's criticism. Apparently, people are very much hating it. Um, like I said in my last video, there was a lot of concern about wrapping up things. They left with like a 40-minute epilogue to wrap everything up. I feel they did a hell of a job for that. I think that they did that, and then they left it for the fans to be like, "Oh, this is what happened," because they leave it open for the fans to be like, "That's what happened," or this didn't happen. Um, yeah, and then the finale with the Vecna, I thought was pretty fucking cool. People were criticizing that, but I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was one and done like a lot of like Marvel shit does, where it's, or not really Marvel, but back in the day when superhero movies were out, it was one and done kind of thing. I feel that was a thing, but we had 2 seasons with this guy, and they fought him constantly. So I wouldn't say it was a one and done. They fucked him up in the fourth season and then had to fight him again. So I mean, um, yeah. And where the direction I feel every character went, I really liked. Uh, I really liked where Nancy decided she wanted to go, and the older group like Jonathan, Steve, um, Robin. I thought that was kind of cool how that went off. The passing of the torch at the end was kind of cool because it felt like, I mean, I was younger when this came out, and now I'm older, and it definitely feels like a new generation is passing the torch, and an era is over. We're, because it ends with the '89, so it's basically a whole new era has ended, and it's a new decade to take over the '90s. The '90s kids take over now, and like me, I was a '90s kid, so it's like the '90s kids have taken over now, and the '80s isn't a thing anymore. The era is over, and I feel some people that were from there kind of felt that, and even for me, it's kind of cool because it's like I'm grown up. I was younger when it first came out, so I kind of grew up with the show, and it kind of feels like now it's a goodbye, but not a goodbye. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I love Stranger Things. Um, I did really like this season. There was some things that I was upset about at the beginning because it does feel kind of like this is get it over with, just rush it, rush it, rush it. We don't want to do another season. Um, and if anything, they could have made it longer, but they didn't. Um, they could have made it more episodes, but I feel Netflix probably said something about it, saying no, you can't make it this many episodes, blah blah blah, or they just wanted to move on and finish it up. And they did say this was the conclusion they thought from the very beginning. They just didn't have all the characters thought up yet, like the sister, the Wheeler sisters, and all the little kids. Apparently, they weren't thought up yet until now. Um, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was an inclusion I liked. Um, it should it have been longer? Yes. Should they have explained more? Yes. But I liked where it ended, and it's basically like, boom, that's it. We're not going to do any more with these characters. This is it. This is where it stops. They're not going to do another season, all that. And I don't know. I thought it was cool. I went to theaters and saw it, so that was even cooler. Seeing it in theaters, big on the big screen. Um, yeah. So if you like Stranger Things, and I bet you've already checked this episode out because it's been out for a few days. But if you haven't, go watch Stranger Things. I highly recommend it.